1, okay, 2. Okay. CMA USA, okay. Okay, fine. Okay, so before that, how many of you heard about US CMA? You heard it. But what you know about CMA? No, we respect all the certification. There is nothing I said, Indian certifications and US certification. What we want to talk about, how the certifications look forward and what we look as a learning outcome from the professionals who get into the corporate world. So before that, just want to set up and just want to communicate. IMA is one of the oldest, or an organization started almost 105 years old, which is from US, New Jersey, USA is our headquarters. And we are present across 150 countries with our members and candidates. As a certifying body, we are known as one of the largest management accounting certification, which is globally accepted under our name or our flagship certification, which is Certified Management Accountant Credential. Just with the pride, I would like to say that CMA is a registered trademark of IMA US in India, and one of the fast growing certification. Definitely we cannot compare with Indian certifications, whereas in India in the last 5 years we have seen almost 9x growth, which is approximately from 2,600 candidates or student members to almost 27,000 members, which I know this is not a comparable numbers at all with Indian certifications. Whereas what happening in the industry, especially when it comes to international or multinational global organization, they need people with the skill set which is global in nature. And another factor for that, we all live in the world of technology, analytics and robotics, and we have seen many things are changing in the industry. Am I right? And you see what are the jobs, what you see in the accounting, auditing, all these fields, which won't be there in the near future, which is taken over by technology and analytics, which is any jobs which is repeated in nature or which can be automated are going to get automated, which means 50% of finance accounting jobs what you see right now won't be there in the near future. Now what skills you need to get it? You need the skill set which is more decision making, strategic oriented, and you need to acquire the skills which help you to work with technology and analytics. That's also one of the reasons behind why CMA integrated analytics and technology as part of the CMA certification. My role is not to convert anyone to US CMA right now. What I want to communicate is like what CMA brings to the table. And how we do that. Every 4 to 5 years, IMA go around the world and ask the employers what kind of skill set you expect from your employees in the near future. Which means what skill sets you required in order to look at your organization in the next few years' time. So we look at the role of a financier for roles. Now what we do, we create something called IMA Management Accounting Competency Framework, which covers almost 6 areas, including technology, analytics, professional ethics and leadership skills. Now we provide these through our 2-part exam. That's an interesting side for many. People say that you have many exams, where it comes to US CMA, it's 2 exams, am I right? That's it. That looks like an interesting proposition, but on the same time you should understand we cover 12 core practice areas of management accounting under these 2-part exams, not just 2-part like 12 or 12 topics which we cover or 12 core practice areas of management accounting we cover. We test your knowledge up to level C, which means, for example, most like what we look at more things from a application, knowledge and comprehension side, whereas CMA test your knowledge up to application, analysis, synthesis and evaluation. You know what it means? How many of you in your home, how many of you know studied basic science in up to your 10th standard? Everyone, am I right? Do you know how to light a bulb? I'll give you one piece of wire, some plugs, one holder and bulb. Do you know how to do that? How many of you can do that? Can you raise your hands? How many of you know how to light a bulb? How many of you? You studied all this, am I right? Whether anyone done it? My God, I'm seriously, I started doing all this from my 7th and 8th standard. Okay? You've done it. Okay, good. So it's not about studying what it is. What CMA tests you, do you know how to do that? Now, industry is talking about only 10% of graduates are employable. Why this gap coming up from? It's like what you study and what industry looking forward. So industry is not looking at do you know the knowledge. Industry is looking at when you get into a job, do you know how to do things? That is the most important factor which we need to look at. So CMA tests your knowledge in that way. That's why people say US CMA certification is certification which people enjoy and do it. Because when you start looking at how many of you started learning net profit ratio, asset ratio? Anyone? Yes. Why you need to learn all this? Or I'll give you another question. How many of you think that you can predict ice cream sale in Hyderabad city in the month of April, May? Is it possible to predict? How many of you say yes? Is it possible to predict ice cream sale in Hyderabad and the month of April, May? Yes or no? How many of you say yes? Can you raise? Okay, fine. How can you do that? Give your answer. Are you sorry? I think don't look at, please, I can remove the suit if you want, but please speak. Even if it's a wrong answer, I'm absolutely fine. How many of you think that is it predictable? You said yes. Now, how can you predict it?
Think about common sense. How can you
Yeah, common sense, absolute common sense. Yeah. Who said? Previous year. That's one answer. Then what else? Anyone from online is communicating? No. Okay. Okay, so you said previous year. Whether you studied anything related to that in your studies? Forecasting. How can you forecast it? Can you give me one example which you studied? Maybe you're all graduates or doing graduation? Doing graduation. Which year? Okay, so which year of graduation? First year. Yet to start. Okay, just completed the plus 2. How many of you studied business mathematics as part of your plus 2? Anyone studied business mathematics? They'll teach you. How many of you learned a terminology called trend analysis? How many of you heard this terminology? Trend, you heard it, am I right? So, what is the trend analysis talking about? So, you look at last few years' performance, you predict your future, am I right? How many of you studied this? Yes? Yeah, somewhere you studied it. I remember for me, this is the question on 12th standard, even in my graduation and even in my post-graduation. But it's asked in a different ways, different levels. But why I want to give that example, we study all these topics, but we study just for the purpose of passing, am I right? We never study this purpose of application. So the difference when you learn CMA, your learning pattern need to change from by-hearting to concept-oriented and application-oriented, and if you do that, you see much faster progression for CMA. So it's not a certification only for bright students. I've seen The rank holders of some states failed in the CMA exams in the first attempt, as well as the students who scored 50% cleared exam in the first attempt. So it's all about application, and that is where one of the reasons behind why multinational companies start preferring CMAs to their finance. So if I look at which jobs people get in after CMA in the first as a fresher, FNA, FP&A, costing, pricing, investment analyst, business analyst, financial analyst, risk analyst, pricing, which I already did, costing. So these are the areas where you see CMAs get placed initially part of it. So it's a great certification. Don't think it's 2 exams. It's 2-part exam, covers 12 core practice areas, but a systematic approach, more from a concept oriented learning, application oriented learning, help you to pass CMA as well as get into job and start functioning from immediately once you get into the corporate world. That's what I want to share. I hand it over to Priyanka, otherwise I will not finish.
Thank you so much.
Sorry.
So, if you have any questions about the program, around job opportunity after doing US, feel free to ask. Questions? Okay, I see. Is there any question? If you don't have question, we'll start speaking again. So, I would like to take you through what are the benefits you have after doing USCMA. He has given you a clear picture of why you should do it. So can some of you tell me why one should not do USCMA? Any specific reason why one should not do it? Anything. It can be like too difficult, only 2 papers. I'm not interested because I want to do 10 papers. Oh, okay. Right. So anything. Any specific reason? Not let's forget about USCMA. Any specific reason why one should not do a certification? Can you stand up and say? Sorry?
Signing authority.
Signing authority.
So ideally there's 4 CAs and CMAs into certain sections.
Okay.
So I think just to add to what you said, so nowadays if you really look into the world, the people who are the so-called signing authority are very limited. You don't need many signing authorities at all. Any professional certification for matter, whether it is CA, CS, CWA or USCMA, now the concept of signing authority, it is very limited, whereas others work on it, somebody just audit and sign it, am I right? That's how it is happening. Whereas now the thing is shifting to a different domain. Now earlier, if markets or if companies were looking at more from a regulatory perspective, now organizations are looking at from a value perspective. So what value you bring to the table, that is what certification brings in. So I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. So another reason could be, thank you so much, Peril. I was not aware of that. So sorry. So Peril answered. So what could be the another reason? Maybe too difficult to understand, right? So that's why we have our approved course providers, and we are also starting to slowly work with Target, as they will be working towards getting a status. Slowly we are working towards it. So we are trying to get you the best possible coaching for you guys so that you understand the concept properly, and when you go ahead and write for the examination. Now once you become an USCMA, so before even appearing for the examination, you get the IMA membership, right? So let's understand what is IMA membership. So as a certification body, any of the certification body comes with a membership. So what is USCMA or IMA membership overall? So IMA membership comes with lots of benefit, including but not limited to CP credits. So anybody can tell me what is CP credits?
The initial part of it.
Okay. So CPA credits are continuous professional education. So as Fenil mentioned at the beginning, like every now and then we go out in the market, do our analysis, do our research and understand what market is demanding, what the leaders are demanding, what the big companies are demanding, understand those things and collaborate all of those knowledges and incorporate in our syllabus. Now let's say you're doing USCMA, so you don't have to do your own research, you don't have to do going around and search for lots of things. Hey, I have to do this, I have to do that. Oh, am I missing on certain thing? Am I missing on technology to be relevant to the market? So we do the homework on your behalf and get everything on same platform, so that if you are doing USCMA plus you're attaining your CP credits by doing lots of free courses. Once you are a member, student member, you get lots of free courses on the website. Plus you do attend lots of webinars for free, lots of seminars which has been conducted by the local chapters. We have a local chapter in Hyderabad also who conducts amazing offline events in 5-star hotels. Dinner, everything is sponsored. It's free for you guys. You can go, have good dinner and then also do networking. You attend the sessions conducted by the subject matter expert absolutely for free, right? After that, you have other benefits. You get access to podcasts, you get access to Leadership Academy. So all of these things you get it for free. As a student, there will be a lot of courses available on website. You don't have to pay anything. So this is one of the part. Apart from that, IMA, we are closely working with lots of organizations to identify lots of roles, hybrid roles, and trying to educate them that there is a need of USCMAs within their organization. So now you understand, like with ChatGPT coming into the picture, AIML coming into the picture, we are always afraid what happens to a job if I am doing USCMA. Will I be relevant to the market? What happens to my job? Is it going to be relevant after a few years? So the question is, so the answer to this question will be yes, mostly yes, because now we are seeing a huge transition in the terms of traditional to hybrid role. For example, we can see few of the upcoming roles as CFO for digital transformation, product manager with finance background. So these kind of techno-financial roles where you get both the knowledge attaining while associated with IMA. So we take care of it once you join, but again, as Fenil mentioned, you have to keep on updating yourself, upgrading yourself. If you just do USCMA and not studying enough, not gathering knowledges enough, not networking enough, it will make no sense for you. So with that, I would like to stop. If you have any question, I am happy to answer. Feel free to question. So we don't generally come to lots of course providers on a regular basis. So if we are here, you directly get to experience or get to hear from us, from IMA. So take benefit of this time and ask anything, like if you have any doubt, hey, I don't want to do USCMA, this is the reason. Priyanka convinced me. I am fine to do that as well. Any question? One reason for you not to consider USCMA, what could that be? One I got, which Fenil already answered. Anything else? I hope they did not kidnap you guys and made you sit here because you look like that. Nobody is answering. Question, it's absolutely fine. If you want to ask me any general knowledge, current affair, I'm fine. But ask please, something ask.
You're all from Hyderabad?
Yes.
I don't think language is a big concern in Hyderabad, am I right? Everyone speaks English. That's what I found it in the morning as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need to be extraordinary, but at least able to manage it. That's fine. So that is not something restricting you to ask questions. Do you have any other questions?
Fine. Cool. Alright.
Thank you very much. Nice connecting you. We are always here to support. We are a big community. Like we do have 8 chapters. The one in Hyderabad, one of the fast growing also. There are a lot of opportunities within the chapters. Even in Hyderabad chapter, you see almost 80% of our chapter board members, is volunteer position, are youngsters who are maybe below 23, 24. That's it. So a lot of opportunity. Like it's not like traditional organization where you need to cross 50, 60s to get into the position. In IMA, you see the president of Bangalore chapter, she should be ideally right now somewhere around 26 or 27. So you can see that's the kind of young chapters we have, vibrant chapters. IMA is not just about CMA. We are also responsible for 2 other certifications which you might be not aware. One is FMAA, Financial and Management Accounting Associate. One level below, I can say CMA. or the approach is different. If you want to be an expert in finance and move to a decision making, CMA. If you want to know about finance, that is FMA. Then we have one more certification meant for any qualified professionals, which is CSCA, corporate strategy and competitive analysis. Ideally meant for someone who working in the corporate area. We have lot. Thank you, nice meeting you all. Thank you very much for you for arranging a session for all of you to create an awareness. Thank you.
రైట్, ఎట్లా కాదు, నన్ను అయితే డౌట్లు క్వశ్చన్లు అన్నీ అడుగుతారు. నన్ను అయితే అడుగుతారు, నిలదీసి అడుగుతారు. సరే, క్వశ్చన్స్ అడగాలి కదా. సరే, మా ఆన్లైన్ వాళ్ళని కొంచెం కన్సిడర్ చేయలేకపోయాము. మీరు రాసిన చార్ట్ అంతా నేను చదివి మీ తరపున నేను వాళ్ళని అడుగుతాను. ఓకేనా? అగైన్ నేను మిమ్మల్ని ఇంకొక సపరేట్ సెషన్ పెడతానమ్మా, ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్లీ మీ తరపున నేను మాట్లాడాను మీ తరపున ఆల్రెడీ. అవన్నీ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ నేను సపరేట్ సెషన్ పెట్టి షేర్ చేస్తాను. ఓకేనా? సో రిగార్డింగ్ ద అప్డేట్స్ ఆఫ్ CMA USA అండ్ మీకు CMA ఇండియా చదివే వాళ్ళకి అది ఎలా హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది ఈ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ. అండ్ ఆల్సో వీ ఆల్ నో, మీ అందరికీ తెలుసు మన దగ్గర ఒక కోర్స్ ఫీజు కడితే CMA USA అవచ్చు, ACCA అవచ్చు, అవన్నీ ఫ్రీగా ఉంటుంది కోచింగ్ అని. సో అందుకని అందరినీ కూర్చోబెట్టి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ చేసాం. బికాస్ ఇది కూడా ఒక వ్యాలిడ్ సర్టిఫికేషనే. రైట్ నో దే ఆర్ డెవలపింగ్ అండ్ ఆల్సో దే ఆర్ అప్గ్రేడింగ్ దేర్ కోర్స్, జాబ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ అవచ్చు ఏదైనా సరే. ద థింగ్ ఈజ్ ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్. అది రావటం వల్ల ACCA ఆర్ CA ఆర్ CMA ఇండియా ఇవి కూడా ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతున్నాయి. దానివల్ల మనకి ఒక కమ్యూనికేషన్ అండ్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ సంబంధించిన సర్టిఫికేషన్ కానీ ఇలా అబ్రాడ్ సర్టిఫికేషన్ అనేది చాలా హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది. బట్ దానికి మనం పెట్టే ఎఫర్ట్ చాలా తక్కువ. ఇదే సిలబస్ మీకు ఇంటర్లో వచ్చే సిలబస్తోనే రాసేయచ్చు. సో దానికి సంబంధించి మేము ఆ ఎగ్జామ్ ఫీజులు కూడా డిస్కౌంట్ అవి కూడా మాట్లాడుతున్నాం. సో అవన్నీ మీరు అడగలేకపోయారు, నేను అడిగారు మీ తరఫున అంతే. సో అంత హ్యూజ్ ఎగ్జామ్ ఫీజెస్ ఉంటే మా వాళ్ళు ముందుకు రారు అని చెప్పి మాట్లాడాం. వాళ్ళు డిస్కౌంట్ ఇస్తా అని చెప్పారు. సో ఇలాంటివన్నీ నేను మళ్ళీ ఒక డాక్యుమెంట్ చేసుకొని మొత్తం CMA USA వాళ్ళకి కానీ వాళ్ళకి చెప్తాం. సో వన్ అప్డేట్ ఇస్ దే ఆర్ నో స్కాలర్షిప్స్ ఫర్ ద ఫ్యూచర్. సో అదొక అప్డేట్ ఉంది. ప్రజెంట్ వరకు ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో అవే. సో అదొకటి ఉంది. సో అది కూడా నేను ఇంకొకసారి మళ్ళీ కన్ఫర్మ్ చేసుకుంటాను. బట్ అది ఇంకా కన్ఫర్మ్ కాదు, స్కాలర్షిప్ లేవని వాళ్ళు చెప్పారు కానీ, బట్ దే హ్యావ్ ఏ సర్క్యులర్ ఇస్ దేర్. సో అది ఉంది. ఓకేనా? ప్రస్తుతానికి డిస్పోజ్ అవ్వచ్చు. CMA ఇంటర్ మీకు ఫోటోషూట్ ఉంటుందమ్మా. ఫౌండేషన్ వాళ్ళకి రేపు ఉండకపోవచ్చు, రేపు మాకు వేరే మీటింగ్ ఉంది. ఎల్లుండు ID కార్డ్స్కి ఫొటోస్ తీస్తాం. ఓకేనా? నీట్గా రెడీ అయ్యి రండి. మా ఇంటర్వ్యూలు ఎలా రెడీ అయ్యారో అలా కాకుండా నీట్గా రెడీ అయ్యి రండి. ఓకేనా? ఫౌండేషన్ వాళ్ళకి ఫోటోషూట్స్ తీస్తాం అనమాట, ID కార్డ్స్ కోసం. ఓకే, నేను అది చెప్తాను. రైట్, డిస్పస్. మా ఇంటర్వ్యూ అటు వచ్చేయండి, మనం ఫోటోలు దిగుదాం. రైట్.